The city of La-Crosse wants the state to help identify the source of drinking water contamination affecting hundreds of homes on French Island. The wells are contaminated with PFAS. The man-made compounds were used to produce the firefighting foam sprayed at the La-Crosse airport for decades.
The city has only taken responsibility for the contamination south and east of the airport. But as News 8 Now's Amy DuPont found out, some say the city is ignoring its responsibility to homeowners to the west.
The view from the shoreline is breathtaking.
Absolutely.
But it's what you can't see that leaves Denise Rowland breathless.
The problem's on Lakeshore Drive, down at this end where we were told it wasn't going to be a problem.
The Rowland's water is contaminated with PFAS, dangerous man-made compounds linked to infertility, thyroid disease, and cancer.
We got the official letter that says, don't drink your water, don't brush your teeth with your water, don't do anything with your water.
The city of La-Crosse has taken responsibility for contaminating more than 100 private wells to the south and east of the La-Crosse airport. The city's consultant says that's the direction firefighting foam produced with PFAS and sprayed at the airport for decades spread through the groundwater. But the Rowlands well and dozens of others that have tested positive for PFAS are west of the airport. And Denise says she knows why.
It didn't take much for me to find it, so it wouldn't have taken much effort, I don't think, for, anybody else.
Denise found this NTSB aircraft accident report on the internet, dated November 9th, 1970, documenting a plane crash west of the La-Crosse airport and feet
right in the backyard here
from the Rowlands back door. The crash site isn't listed on the city of La-Crosse's investigation maps. News 8 Now asked Mayor Tim Cabot why. He said he didn't have enough information.
Was firefighting foam used during that plane crash from the 1970s? Is there any documentation to support that? Was it, the La Crosse Fire Department, or could it have been the town of Campbell responding to that plane crash at the time in 1970s? I think there's a lot more questions about that than answers.
News 8 Now found the answers in the city's archives. Tucked away in a corner of the La-Crosse library, thousands of newspaper headlines saved on microfilm, like this one about a plane that crashed just short of the runway on November 9th, 1970, with a photo of what's left of the airplane and the caption, "Foam sprayed on wreckage by La-Crosse Fire Department."
I cannot fathom how the city could spend 2 years and $500,000 on a site investigation and not even know about this significant plane crash.
Attorney Tim Jacobson represents hundreds of homeowners living all around the airport with PFAS contaminated wells. Contamination, Jacobson says, the city of La-Crosse is responsible for.
And they're now pointing their fingers at some other unnamed culprits, that there must be somebody else that caused PFAS contamination, while they continue to ignore these known source areas is completely reckless and irresponsible.
La-Crosse Mayor Cabot asked News 8 Now for a copy of the newspaper, but did not respond when we repeatedly asked whether the city planned to add the 1970 crash to its list of possible contamination sites.
Proven fact, we had airport foam right here in our backyard. There's no reason that shouldn't be included, and it should have been included a long time ago.
Homeowners like Denise are caught up in the controversy.
Take responsibility where it lies.
West of the airport and at the center of contamination. On French Island, Amy DuPont, News 8 Now.
So in December of 2020, the city of La-Crosse notified the DNR of an accidental spill of the foam produced with PFAS.
It took place near the airport terminal and, according to the city, was cleaned up immediately. That spill was also not included in the city's investigation.